Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good week in the market. It's Friday, May 28th. Looking at GME here. Got eyes over here. Going to talk about AMC a little bit. Another thing I noticed on AMC, which we'll talk about compared to GME recently. Going to talk about the option plays I keep FOMOing into and long term and what's going on. Welcome back. Here we are. Happy money. Over here real quick, I've got eyes pulled up. This one's pumped and dumped, but it has a lot of upside potential. On the daily chart, MACD's crossed over, RSI's ticked up. We've got this big green candle above the 9 moving average. Got a lot of volume back here, did the same thing. Kind of built this floor though, now we're a little higher. I think this might be a pretty good swing. It's hard for me to be bullish on really any stocks right now, knowing what we know on GME and how it's going to affect the market. However, some of these penny type stocks and ones, they could go pretty quick. So I picked up shares on this one. I saw it coming up here and I actually waited this time, waited till here. So it doesn't seem like it's long enough, but I think we'll bounce off VWAP. And I got a TCAT. You guys saw a TCAT. I didn't like it, and I took a little L on it, but better than holding and hoping. GME today. So yesterday I was kind of saying, I don't remember if I said in the video, I made one video and then it started running and then I stopped and made another one because I was trying to get plays. This thing pump fakes me so much. I was bearish on it yesterday. I was like, this thing's hit a double top. There's not volume to support it up here like it needs to be. And then it started running here and I'm like, oh shoot. So then I got some bullish positions, which of course I got screwed on this account. I got one call, and then on here I got some debit spreads. Yeah, ouch. I was thinking gamma squeeze. And on our E-Trade, yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, yeah, I had this nice run up yesterday and was kind of pumping along with AMC. And then, yeah, so they kind of both ran up together. And then today it's just sold off, and it's not the overnight repo. There was a bunch of in the money puts that were exercised to drive this price down. I think it was like $15 million worth. So pretty hefty for just to drive it down this much. And I guess that was probably the reason that it had this drop here. That's what I'm assuming. And someone on Reddit called it out, and he was right. He called it out this morning like 9 before, just when it was up here hanging out. So well done. I guess just looking at the chart, it's bearish on the hourly. MACD's crossed over, got red candle beneath the 9 moving average, multiple ones. It's looking bearish on the daily. Yeah, now that this candle is getting bigger, this is kind of an engulfing red candle. It's not as clear on the daily though, but this does look bearish. I mean, the indicators haven't crossed over, but the fact that this candle's so large and red and larger than that green candle, and it has a doji on the top. Yeah, I'm gonna say Tuesday it's gonna come in probably down some. I'm imagining it's gonna fill in this gap either to this 215, 216 area, and then maybe keep going, or maybe find support there. At least fill the gap to here, and then maybe come all the way down to 188 to find support down here. That's kind of what I'm imagining. And then on the daily, it'll just be like another little, pump and dump that they do, just and then we'll be back here, and we will be consolidating and trading sideways until shareholder meeting or failed to deliver. So I think the next date basically we're looking at is 6/9, which will be, so next week is Monday's a holiday, so it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday. 6/9 is on the Wednesday next week, so the week after next. So I figure next week will be a short week. Might be kind of bearish, might just kind of be low volume consolidation like we had back here for weeks and weeks. And I feel like it'll probably be in this range right here between 187 and maybe 20, whatever this resistance is, 209. Might trade in this range, this little box. So yeah, that's my idea for that. AMC, You know, it's difficult on AMC. So yeah, now that, let's see, this one 54330. Yeah, so now that this candle's about to close, we've got the MACD, it's crossed over. This is looking bearish on the hourly also. So I don't know if this is gonna squeeze, or if it can squeeze, or if it did squeeze or whatever, but just on that short term, it's looking bearish. So we'll see where that one comes back to. On the daily, it's too volatile to really, for me to get a clear picture. I mean, look at support and resistances. Maybe it'll come back down to this $20 support. That's probably a pretty good spot for it. 20, yeah, right around there. So maybe trade in this range between 20 and then this 24 for next week. But I'm not, I don't have any positions on AMC, bearish or bullish. So kind of just watching that one. Yeah, but I get shaken out both ways on GME, man. Holy smokes, this thing. Woof, it really. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what's eyes doing. Yeah, I like it. So on E-Trade, performance. No, it's not. Let's not even look at the performance. Let's just see what ridiculous positions we have ourselves in. What today. So I've got 3 different spreads expiring today. Yeah, it sucks. Patience. I read a tweet and I was like, yeah, that sums it up. Trading is 10% entry position, 10% exit position, or entry time, exit time, and 80% waiting. And I'm like, yep, it's all patience. So these are gonna expire worthless, not terrible. Still waiting on volume. I get hyped up, volume's a little higher, but it's not enough to just like actually YOLO. So thankfully I still have money to keep playing the game, and that's kind of the whole mission here. If you can survive long enough in the stock market, you should be able to make money. But that's kind of as a whole. And GME, if you can survive long enough with options, I feel like if I don't get burnt out, I think we'll be all right. So I've got this bearish play though. This is the only one I'm thinking will maybe make back a little bit of the amount we lost. This is a 218 max loss, 782 max profit. It's pretty far down there. It's a 195, 190 call credit spread. So I'm not sure if GME will go all the way down to there. But even if it just goes down some, we will see some gains and I'll be able to profit. So if it's find support right here at 217, 216, you know, I won't get max profit. I'll just close it out there. But if it does come down to this range, this 189, and then finds itself in this range right here, then yeah, that'll be max profit. And that's kind of why I opened that up. I was thinking it'll be below 190, which basically puts it at the support right here. My crazy logic behind it, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? And then SPY puts today, yeah, I'm early on stuff. Too early on SPY puts. I think next week probably SPY will dump. Our rocket calls, I sold out of those. Thankfully I didn't just diamond hand those things into the ground. If you remember, we had rocket calls were up 600% yesterday. Now this is looking bearish. I also sold a covered call on our TD account, so that is nice for rocket. And that's a $20 call, and I think I have maybe a week on it. But unfortunately I bought calls on it too. I'm kind of going both ways on everything. So confused. I bought these rocket calls. These expire next week, so if it squeezes, I'm good. If not, yeah, these suck. I wouldn't have bought these if I had remembered I had them on this account. So I sold out of them on here. Locked in some nice little profit. Still have these two pretty far out the money at this point, but we've got a month on those for rocket. We'll see about that. Bank of America puts, yeah, they're super far out of the money, and I've got lots of time, so they slowly move up in the pennies. I mean, they've doubled, so that's cool, but yeah, these are kind of a crazy play, so I guess I could close them now, but I didn't put much into them, so it doesn't really do me much good. The differences that I wanted to mention on AMC and GME, just looking at the chart and kind of what's happening. Yesterday's video, if you watched it, I talk about where they kind of diverged along this whole pattern, and why GME came up to here and is now here, and why AMC came up to here and now came way up here and actually just about doubled. The divergence was back here, which I mentioned in yesterday's video. This like around March 15, 16, this time right around here. AMC kept coming up, GME started coming down, and then AMC held a lot higher floor and GME held a lower floor. And it's funny, if you look actually on here, I didn't even think about looking at it in yesterday's video, but you can see this is iBorrow Desk. This isn't, I mean, this isn't the Bible of borrow fees and what's available. This is kind of just a rough idea and hard to know how much of what is accurate. And this is self-reported. I don't know. I don't even know where they get all the stuff from, but there is some validity to some of it and you can kind of get an idea. But if you look here, you know, GME's been 1% borrow fee for months and months now. I guess not months and months, 2 months. And that's this red line. So it's just stayed down flat, 1%. And then these bars are how many are available. It's been just consistent and it's just been, you know, manipulated in different ways to keep it at that level. If you look back here, and this is the kind of the first gamma squeeze or whatever, it was trading more natural. The trickery that they're doing now was not going on back here. That's why this chart was moving. You've got fees going up and down, shares available going up and down, and then from here on it was just nope, not playing by the rules anymore, keeping it down. So I wanted to compare that with AMC, because AMC is moving naturally now, much more naturally. And look at this. So back since March, kind of this area right here, GME went down and then stayed flat all the way. And look, AMC didn't. It went down, but it came up here. The amount available to borrow has been fluctuating, and this big run up in the fee, this is moving naturally, and it's, you're seeing it in the strike price of it also, and that's why GME is running up like crazy right now. There actually is a borrow fee, and they're actually the shares available are actually legitimate. So that's another little the divergence we saw in the price action. You can also see here on iBorrow Desk, just based on the fee and the shares available to borrow. GME just stays flat, and this one just runs and is not being hidden. So yeah, that was interesting to see that. Let's see, we've got 30 minutes left to the bell. Yeah, these aren't looking good. There might be a pop here, try and come up to VWAP a little bit, but even if it does, we're still gonna be bearish. Because even if we have a green candle here, we've still got this red one below the 9. We've got the MACD crossed over. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes on Tuesday. And let's see, what else did we get done today? Well, we've got probably a crazy history on here. Not bad, not bad. I have been over trading though, just with GME and all this jumping up and down and jumping around. So the rocket ones, we got out of those calls, got out of some stuff on GME and open up other stuff. The problem with me and locking in profits, I realized is ever since the first time I'd made huge percentage gains, it's been difficult. It's been very difficult to be excited about gains, and that is definitely a trader's problem. Because once you make a certain amount, it's hard to lock in profits on less amount, or even to just excited about it. For this run right here, we had options that were in thousands of % on Rocket. I didn't lock them in. I did not imagine this being a one-day run up and then the next day a dump. Yeah, we were up on our Robinhood account. We were up like 15 grand on just a few options. Over here on GME, from this jump right here to here, we were up 14,000% on I had like 4 options, and it put our account up. Well, from where it is right now, it put it up like 45K. And I made some money on it, but I didn't really lock in what I needed to. And I've noticed it just makes me more just loose with my plays and my money, and it's something you have to be careful with. Once you have a big gain, and it applies for big gains, or if you don't, you just see big gains and you don't even lock them in, you get desensitized to small gains, and you don't want that to happen. And so you kind of have to reset your mind and be happy with, base hits. Be happy with the small gains and just make some base hits, build some momentum on the positive side to do good small trades and to build up a cushion and some confidence. And it happens on both ways. If you have a big play that you lose on, then you make big mistakes trying to gain it back real quick. And it's probably more difficult when you have big losses, because then you want to quick get back to where you were, and then you're making mistakes with more money instead of, okay, starting slow and working your way up to it. So some of the psychology that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's like we all know it, but then when we get into the heat of the moment, it happens. You're like, why am I doing this? And I need to just start with small and be content with that and work my way up, build the confidence back up, and not rush into stuff, not FOMO, just have patience. So kind of my idea. Here we go. GME's coming down, unfortunately. I'm profiting on this. Sorry, guys, but if I could buy plays that would make it go one direction, then I would, but I unfortunately can't do that either. I'd much rather do that than make money on it going down. But it is going down now, and yeah, the options on here are crazy. What else we got for week recap? I mean, this doesn't give me a week recap, but this UVXY is just broken. They had a reverse split in that month. Actually, is this the end of the month? Oh, this will be. Yeah, so this is the end of the month recap. Jimmy says about 1,400. Maybe that could be. I've been giving SPY a lot of money this month. This is fake. So without this, we're down on the month, which is interesting. It's just all these little plays that failed, and some of these, or no, I guess these are all plays, yeah. And some of these are unrealized. I mean, we've got contracts still out for Mara and Riot and excuse me, TMV. Like quite a few of these actually are just unrealized. So SPY isn't. Airbnb is out of here now. So somewhat flat on the month, I guess, overall, which is fine. I've had exposure to huge gains. So if I can be flat and have exposure to huge gains, I'm happy with that. Let me look at. Let me show you guys this real quick. So this is our Fidelity, and these are our plays, and I have covered calls. I sold the call on Corsair and Rocket. It was tough. I almost didn't want to. I was like, those things are going to keep going. They're going to keep going. Thankfully they didn't, because I've got these covered calls on them. This account, I don't know what it did this month. I can't really tell. But I'm excited to feed this account with more money and buy stocks at a value at a cheap discount that I use, that I know, and that I think will be here in 10 years. And dividend ones too. Get some more that are in the Dow that move slower and move when the growth stocks are selling off. You know, get those value stocks. I've got a lot of too much growth and not enough value in here. But we are going to be having most likely a large deposit coming. We're in the process of selling one of our houses, and I'm going to be putting it into the market for the time being. So I'll probably be doing the wheel strategy, and I'll probably use this account, because I just want to use one account to do one strategy. So maybe we'll use this account and just do the wheel, and I'd like to see how that goes, because if it's enough money, I feel like I could do the wheel and yeah, then be comfortable just doing that. So basically selling premium, and I like selling premium anyways, but it's difficult making, you know, if you can make 1 to 2% a week, that's great, but if you're only making it with 10 or 20 grand, it's not enough to, I mean, it's not enough to live on for me to be comfortable. But yeah, so if this all goes through, we should be able to put in a couple 100,000 into this account maybe, and then doing the wheel on that would be pretty awesome. I'm nervous, I'm excited, but yeah. And then I'll have a little piggy bank once I see GME volume to go ham. I do want to sell puts on GME also, collect premium on that, and then if they get exercised, great, have another 100 shares. So hope you guys had a good week. GME, I mean, it's doing good. We're higher. We're growing, but this isn't again, this isn't the volume that we need. This is all controlled. There's a controlled rally and a controlled dump, and we're waiting on it. Eyes is running, and that feels good to wait. It felt really good to wait. I saw it running here and I really wanted to get in. I'm like, I need to wait. Even though I got in maybe at the same price, just exercising the patience. Clutch, man. Clutch. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Have a good weekend. It's Memorial Day. Is it Memorial Day? I always get confused between Memorial and Labor Day. Well, if it's either one, thank you veterans and those that died serving this country, and thank you for those that labor. So covered all our bases. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at Happy Money YT and on our Discord. You guys are awesome in here, sharing a bunch of DD, bunch of different knowledge, and we're all learning together. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Try and chill out. I think 6-9 is probably our next milestone to wait for. Squeeze before 2022 is what I'm saying. All right, peace out.